Okay, so this is Alfonso again. I'm cooking some, I have some corn here, okay? The idea is that I have some leftovers and I'm going to do some raviolis with creamed corn sauce, a basil creamed corn sauce. I never tried it before, I never seen a recipe for it, but I'm going to give it a try, okay? This corn here, what I did is I broiled it, okay, with olive oil and put it on the broiler, okay, so to give it that cool rustic taste. So what I'm doing here is I'm simply getting the corn out of the husk. It's pretty easy, especially now that they're cooked. And it's okay that some of them are a little browned. I'm not going to get the real black ones in the sauce because it'll be too strong. There we go. Got this. I'll throw it away. Let's get the other one. By the way, this is a cutting board that I made this summer. This was my summer project, okay? So that was a lot of fun. My neighbor cut the wood for me and I just simply glued them together and I designed it. Very simple. Here we go. Let's try that. Gracie, out. Gracie's my dog, one of my dogs here. Okay, so we got this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the blender. You don't see the blender here. Let's get it. There we go. We'll put it in the blender. There you are. Let me wash my hands really fast. Okay. Now, the idea that I have is to make a cream corn with this corn. I'm going to start, I have the cream here, whipping cream, just in case I need to, soften it up a little bit. So I'm going to start with the corn by itself first and see what happens. Yeah, so it needs a little liquid there. So let's go ahead. I'll add a little bit of the cream. And that should do it. I don't want to add too much cream right off the bat. There we go. I'll put it here so you guys can see. I'm tossing it. Let me add a little more. Stir it in there. There we go. Let's check it out if this is going to work. Sorry about the noise, okay? There we go. While I'm at it, what I'm going to do is grab the basil. I have some basil here. Let's wash those leaves, rinse them. There we go. Got some fresh basil here from my basil plant, okay? Okay, you want to see the basil plant? Right here. There you are. So, grab that basil. Get him off the stems. Very simple. Just put it all in there. You know what? I'll add a little bit of olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. That'll make it really cool. There you go. Do it again. Excellent. Now at this point I want to try it because I want to make sure that the corn really got mixed really well. I don't want like a lot of fibers and things. That's going to be amazing. It does need a little bit of salt. Sea salt. Here we go. Got the sea salt right here. Okay. I think it could have a little bit more basil taste. Let's add a little bit more basil. There you go. And a little bit more oil. There. Put it up here. Hopefully you guys can see. Right there. And on. There we go. That should do it. Okay, so we have the sauce here. I'm just going to keep it here for now. While I make the ravioli, I'm going to go ahead and heat up a little bit of water. Okay, I'm going to rinse this pan. Okay, just so you can see. There you go. This pan is clean, it just needs rinsing. Excellent. So now I'm going to get some water and bring it to a boil so I can throw the raviolis in there, okay? This spot right here. There we go. Turn on the burner high. Turn on the lights. And I also need to get a pan for the sauce. There we go. Excellent. So let's put this back. Okay. Let me clean this board and put it away. I'll wash it later. There we go. Now what I do, I'm going to get this here to flatten the dough for the raviolis. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna flour the board here, or the plastic surface, and I'll flour my roll here, my rolling pin. And let's get the dough. I made this dough yesterday, this pasta dough, and it's really cool. It's just plain egg. Okay, here we go. Just like the duct tape in the other video. Let's see how fast I can do this. There we go. So, here we go. It's just plain one egg and flour. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I can use this. Get half. This is about 1 egg and 1 cup of flour. A little less than 1 cup of flour. So let's give it a roll. See how far it goes. And I know, knowing my parents, that I cook a lot for them, they like the raviolis very thin. Okay, so I'm gonna make this very thin. Again, you can do it with a pasta machine, but I'm doing it with the roll. There you go. This is easy to make, so I'm gonna, you know what? For my next video, I'll make the dough from scratch. But it's very easy. You just mix a little bit of flour, 1 egg, and olive oil. And as I said, a little less than a cup of flour and 1 egg. And start mixing. You know the drill. You do the volcano thing with the flour, open the hole, and then put the egg inside. Let's see, can you guys see the... Oh, this is hard to see. Let's see if I put it here. Yeah, you can see you can see it here. Okay. I'll keep flattening and flattening. You know, some restaurants make their raviolis very big, others make them small. So I'll just make 4 big raviolis. Let's see. There we go. I think that's pretty darn thin, isn't it? Look at it. Look at that. Okay. I'll put it down. Now I'm going to roll the other one. The other half. Let me get a little more flour here. Let me pause this for a little bit and I'll see you in a jiffy. Okay, now I have both halves of the dough really thin. Let me double check. Yeah. Now I'm going to make an egg wash in hoping that the dough sticks together when I put it on top of each other. So this is just egg, 1 egg, and perhaps a little bit of water. There you go. And that's plain what an egg wash is. Okay, so since I'm improvising here, I have a pizza cutter. I think I want to kind of make them straight, so they come out fairly square and pretty. Each one like that, see? There you go. Put this here on my clean surface. And there you have it. That's easier to work with. Okay, so what should I do? I don't know. Maybe I'll plop some of the beef here and fold it over. Okay? Let's see what happens. Now, this is leftover ground beef that I had from yesterday, okay? So, to make it a little milder, I added pumpkin puree and I added, let's see what else did I add. I added some of that corn. Very simple. So I'm going to do the egg wash here. There you go. So hopefully it will stick together. I don't know. What do you think? Will it stick together? Let's see. Woo! I think it's sticking together. Pretty darn cool. I'll press. I'm pressing hard. I'm trying to get the air out of it. Okay? Now I'm just going to cut here. Now I know I do have a roller like this, but with pretty curves and everything that gives it a nice edge. But it's not going to happen. I don't know where it is. I look for it. There we go. And I'm going to make this one straight. There we go. And look at that. That looks really cool. Okay, I'm just going to make one more because I got to make one for my mom too, okay? That's for my dad. And this one for my mom. So, again, I want to square it. Square. This looks really good. Look at that. Really cool here. Okay. So, here's one. I'll do the other one. I'm going to do the egg wash thing. Right here. I hope you can see. Let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put some more of that meat left over in the middle. I'll get a little more. There we go. Okay. Let's see how this works. I don't know if you can see. I'll bring it over up here so it's a better angle. There we go. So I pat it on the sides. I press it fairly hard and press it also against the beef. Okay, there you go. To get as much of the air out. Then I'm going to make it real pretty. There we go. Real pretty. I guess I saw that real pretty from Glory Road, I think is called the name of the movie. Real pretty. There we are. Another one. Oops. It's falling apart a little bit. I got to press it a little more. There you go. That's better. And you know what? I'm going to poke a couple holes because I don't want it to explode. Let's see. There we go. A couple holes with a fork. I don't want this to explode, really. That's just my idea. I don't know if they do that or not. Okay. I'm going to throw it in boiling water. Let's see what happens here. There you go. I got the boiling water going. I guess when they float, they're ready. You know what? Before that, I'm going to do forget about the boiling water. I'm going to do the sauce. See what happens with the sauce here. Okay? Just an idea. To give it more flavor, I'm going to get some butter. Here we go. Found some butter here. Stay there, Reba. Stay there, okay? Don't come in. I'm going to put some butter here on the pan. Just brown it a little bit. And the browning of the butter always gives an amazing taste to everything. So, let's see. There you go. Got this plastic spoon. Not plastic like throwaway, but I love this spoon. See, it's browning. Excellent. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw the sauce in there. Just mainly to warm it up a little bit because the corn was already cooked. And again, this doesn't go to waste. I'll figure something else to do with that. I don't want to take the time right now. But there you are. That's ready. That cream will reduce a little bit. Okay, and you know what? I'm actually going to add a little bit more cream. There we go. And let it sit for a little bit. There we go. The heat was a little too high, so I'm just going to keep it there. I'm going to go ahead and taste it, okay? Grab a spoon and taste it. Crazy out. And see how it is. Amazing. It still needs a little bit of salt. Let me add some sea salt here. Alright? Excellent. And actually, you know what? Don't forget about it. I'll add a little more cream right there to thin it a little bit, because you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to go ahead and thicken it. Okay, let me tell you something here. What I'm doing is, I turn off the burner. It's still pretty hot, so I'll take it off the burner and it'll still cook over there. I'm going to go and get some Parmigiano Reggiano and some mushrooms and throw in there. That's going to be amazing. Okay, I found 3 mushrooms. I mean, these are all leftover stuff that I want to use. My handy knife. Okay. Get a little bit of the stem off. Here we go. Let's get that mushroom there. Everybody loves mushrooms, okay? So these are nice and thin. And we're going to throw that into the sauce. Okay? So, let's go to the sauce. There we go. So I got him right here. I'm going to cook him in the sauce at low heat. Again, had I planned, let me move this a little more. Had I planned this a little more, I could have sauteed the mushrooms. But still, these mushrooms are going to give a great taste. And I could have chopped some of that mushroom and put it in the filler also. I mean, there's no wrong with this. There's no way you can go wrong. Look at that. Look at that sauce. Whee! It's so good. And again, the whole idea is that if you cook for yourself, you really eat better than at restaurants. If you really take the time. And it's really an art. That's why I enjoy it so much. Okay. Done. Let's get the Parmigiano Reggiano, or Parmigiano Reggiano, however is the correct way. Make sure when you use, you know, cheese for these things, you use the Parmigiano Reggiano. Alright, let's see if I have this. There we go. Get yourself one of these. They're fun. And let's go ahead and put it right here, and I'm going to grate some of that. That adds a ton of flavor. Instead of adding salt, you add that, and that thickens it. That thickens that sauce. Okay, that's plenty for that. Perfect. Alright. Right on. So, let's go with cooking the raviolis. Get the water fully hot, boiling, and then we'll throw the raviolis in there. I have them right here. Let's get the first one and the second one. Here they are. Let's see if the water is boiling. No, let's wait a little bit. I'll be back. So the water is boiling. Okay, so I'm going to put the 2 raviolis in. 1 and 2, and they shouldn't take any time. They'll take a little bit. I have the sauce back here. I'm going to finish cooking the raviolis in the sauce, okay? Probably you guys are reading my mind already. And I know my cousins, who are amazing cooks, are reading my mind already when they watch this video. Finish cooking them in the sauce. Okay? I am going to add a little bit of olive oil to the sauce, a little more, to just make it a little milder. Because with the cheese, there we go. With the cheese and the basil, it's pretty strong. There we go. They're starting to float. That means they're almost ready. Get yourself one of these. These are amazing. To take them out. Okay. Sorry I stopped talking to you. I was paying attention to the sauce here. Okay. So what we're going to top the sauce with the raviolis is some basil. Okay. So I'll chop some more basil here. There we go. Again, the ravioli should only take about 3 minutes or so because it's fresh. There we go. Let's check them out. I'll keep them a little longer. Yeah, it's firm. Excellent, al dente. So as I said, I'm going to finish cooking them in the sauce. And since the sauce got a little thick for my taste, okay, I'm going to thin it out with the pasta water. There we go. Well, let's plate these babies. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to plate it like this. see that? Get yourself one of those too. Turn over. There you go. I don't know if you can see there. Hold on. There we go. I'll plate the other one, and I'll show it to you when it's done, when I'm done plating it. There you are. Just pour a little bit of the sauce with the mushrooms. Make sure you get some of that mushroom in there. Not too much sauce, just enough. There we go. That should be plenty. And let's get the Parmigiano Reggiano. Top it off with a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. That's Riva crying that she wants to go out. A little bit more Parmigiano Reggiano. A little more. And, of course, a little chopped basil. Chop the basil. There we go. Sprinkle on top. Sprinkle on top. Separate it here, and let me show you the presentation of both dishes. There we go. I don't know if it's any good. My camera is not that good. And here's the other one. And I'll go and take it to them. See you later. Until next time. Bye bye. And again, I'm going to pour some olive oil on top also, okay? Bye bye. See you later.